face!
Hello everyone and welcome back to Captain of Industry. We last left off, we got our construction parts section done and we moved our electronics 1 and mechanical parts in a more suitable location to finally expand our new factory layout. In the meantime, this is now all been filled and covered in grass. All good and done. I need to dig this bit out, but don't think we'll be expanding that far out just yet. This is now starting to be covered with grass. This area is nearly finished and we'll be ready for moving this to be our farmland eventually once the ground is being taken. I'm still taking the soil from up here. I rearranged the settlement a little bit so that these bonuses fit better. I'm not too sure if they stack. I don't know. You probably have to let me know in the comments if like housing has two of these type of squares next to each other. Do they grant additional bonuses, or is it only does it not stack and only works on one building? So I've changed the layout so that they are that way round. So in this episode we're going to start getting our stuff done. So I've set up firstly just a simple electronics 1 and electronics 2, sorry, and we're going to start getting this all built up and ready. What I don't want to build that last one just yet, so I'll build everything else in it. Get that built and get this built. So I can start producing our electronic 2s, and we'll then need to... I'm going to move a couple of building material structures. So we got all our rail. Our rail could be moved. So we can then demolish these. Get rid of those. So we're going to plonk down the rail buildings. So we only need a couple, I would imagine. Not many. Let's keep it somewhat similar, so there. Select the recipe, and this needs steel and concrete bricks, which I can say that we can grab this from the main line here. So we've got steel there and concrete bricks on the lower section. We do need to make it go over the top of this. I'm not going to be able to get the... Right, what else did I want to be built over here? It was household goods, which takes steel, wood and glass. So I'm probably going to have a couple of container units down here for that one. Am I going to have enough room here with these trees? That is a good question. I'm not going to redesign everything just for... No. That's a little bit of a shame. Okay, well, what we need here is we'll need a ramp. Still, it's going to be too big. See, so I'm probably getting rid of this road. Just have them coming in a different direction to grab the stuff is probably going to be the only way I'm going to be able to do this. So yeah, I'm going to take out this road here. It's just going to be in the way. And let them just deconstruct that. Let me stop. If you've got automatic like recognition on, the other stuff, then you shouldn't need to. Yeah, let's remove the concrete blocks. Get rid of them. Don't need them. So that means I'll be able to fit in the household goods here as well. Right, let's plonk it there, so it's got a little bit of a distance away. Oh, why does it do that? I hate that so much. So we're just going to have the one storage for rails. Let's get that built. And then when we research the larger containers, this is what's going to replace them. I don't think I'll eventually need that many rails overall. Sounds like my sound's playing up again. So this is concrete. Yeah, don't know why the sound keeps on messing up like this. It is. Alright, we'll get that built. And that built, please. So we've got a little bit of extra room if we want to build one more sets of these if it's really necessary. And once this is full, we'll get this track built. So next is household goods, which require steel, wood and glass. I can get wood over here, fine. To join it, please. Two away. Select recipe. Household goods. No, don't want to do rails as well. So steel is coming off from second tier. We need one of these. Flat connector. Why? There we go. Do that. Your household goods, your household goods. Play those, please. And another lift. get those for me built, please. And then what we can do is just plonk a storage here for... We should be able to reach this, I think. How far away have I done these? 2. Put glass in here. I'm not gonna get a belt through there though. So this needs to come out by 1. No. Oh no. I'll take this out by 1 more. Get rid of you. You build, and then you can not go exactly where I want you. Can I fit a large storage in here with the line? That'll have to do. I didn't exactly measure absolutely everything, so that'll do. We're just squeezed in here. Not. Let's get this all built and this demolished. Don't need these barriers here. Finally, this crude is starting to get low, so I'm extracting it a little bit quicker because I've got a tank here to retrieve it from this oil well up here. Oh, I also built my Mark III coal power plant, which somehow I put a line through the A. I guess I did that by accident. There we go. So yeah, Mark III. So we got the new large power generators. So this is now my only power source at the moment. And we took rid of the other ones over here, and I think we activated the extra water. So these can go. And electronics is being built, so we need to look into science. So lab. Truck is struggling. Why? Why aren't you? Oh, because you're stuck. Yeah, you're stuck as well. Yeah, I'm kind of making them go around the island so I can access on the side there. Bless me. Oh, I'm gonna go again. Oh dear me. Whew. That blessed me twice. Right, so we've got rails, we've got household goods now being produced. I don't know what the demand is going to be like, but we need to rearrange the settlement a little bit for the new sewage system that I'm planning on doing. But I'm obviously not going to be doing that until the next episode, probably. So yeah, science. Science is next because we need to start researching our new stuff. So relab 3 requires red science, which takes us. This takes 24, so I need at least 2 of these per science lab, right? And then we need 12 yellow, which is just one of those each. And they take 12 white, which I presume is just one as well. No, it could be done with just the one. So exact balance, that's that. So, how many research stations would we want? I want to firstly upgrade you. So we can get a little bit of extra people coming in. Actually, I'll pause you. Start getting some extra people in while I'm designing this. So this needs requires mechanical parts and electronics, which are both coming down here and storing into here for here. So we could actually make our science over here. Let's leave some room for the extra potential. Do that, and that requires paper and glass. Yeah, leaving room so I can expand the maintenance depots if required. And that needs electronics 1, which is up there, so which can come off of the side here, which is fine. Right, so is this exactly where I want it? Probably not. Let's make space in between so that it's equal. That needs to go up by 1, and that one by 1. Now, did I leave any space in between? No. Can this go over the top of this in any way? It can at level 4. Right. Expand that out to there, and then we'll get a lift to there, which takes it up by 1, which, oh god. So these need to go away a second because that needs to go that high. Yeah. No, that's going up by 1. And it's facing the wrong way. Well, hopefully I've done that the right size. No, no, I want to select that, please, thank you. Yeah, this should be fine here. Paper and something like that. Wait, we needed the... That all needs to move by one. One forward. Because then I can grab you. Grab you. So, paper and glass. Well, if I move you down to there, you'll be able to reach from the other side. Paper. Get you built. And then we can then... you built, and then any excess rubbish and join you. Oh, yes. Yeah, we've got electronic parts one. So what's this missing? Missing the polymer. You're not running because you're missing sand. Sand and coal. I didn't assign. Doesn't help. They should be able to reach that. I don't think they should have a problem there. Stop deliveries. Yep, cool. They can reach that. That's good. If I want to expand this, I just need to change the belts down here when it requires it. So researches that we want to look into. Well, we definitely want large storage. Conveyor belts. We can have a look at the new glass making water. We need it all, to be honest. The Tomb of the Captains. Oh, that's nice. That's cool. We definitely want all of this. CO2 recycling. And yeah, we'll get that researched. Household appliances. Takes both electronics. Okay. Why aren't you being pushed through there? Why aren't you connected? Oh, because I forgot to connect the belt. You need to be glass, you need to be paper. What are you missing? Are you missing the actual... Oh, because it needs to be produced, doesn't it? So... you're just missing the glass and it needs to be delivered. Yeah, we need to update our glass production somehow. It's not as efficient as the previous. And what we can do, we can just copy this and plonk it down for more science modules. I don't know, is there any more science that needs to be done? Hopefully not. Yeah, there is. Well, that's a slight bummer. There should be room for this to go up. We'll see when we get there. I might have to move it across to let it get bigger. We need 48 of these. Oh, we got 36. Wait on glass. Come on. I think it's being consumed by this, isn't it? So let's knock this down a little bit for now. We probably eventually need to activate our a second Mark II power plant. So if the power demand needs it. Let's make this a 9, so it's... .48. There we go, get the science lab built. So that's... Is that science free? Let's get a second one of these. Oh, that takes 46 people. Get that built. Now let's see what the demand is for household goods. Household goods. Just plonk you here for now. Build you. And then just plonk a storage on the end of it. So 25.4. I'm making... once there is glass, obviously. 32. So I'm actually producing enough. glass is going to be the fallback now on this whole thing, so wouldn't mind wanting to research the new glass production, which will reduce the amount of wasted glass. That's being demolished, it's being demolished. Yep, I've got filter media being produced over here for now. And then we'll also need to set up a new manufacturing of vehicle parts once we unlock the mega vehicles, which I'm solely going to be using the tipper trucks for just for the digging. They're not going to be any deliveries. But the fleet consists of just 51. Let's upgrade one more of those. Is there one just literally lying about? No. Are you hydrogen? No, you're gonna get upgraded to the truck, so that's just an equal amount. We've only got space for one more vehicle until we research the extra vehicle management. For now, we're going to just leave it at 199, so could get an extra digger. That'll make 200. And that's us maxed out on vehicles until we get down to here, which will be soon. There's so many things to potentially have to make. And we've got offices as well, which are new for update 3. I'm not going to look into those just yet. Oh, this needs a... household goods should be, yep, they're going in and they're being consumed. Nice. So that's going to give an extra nearly 2 unity bonus. You've also got to look into healthcare to stop the so I don't have to keep using the edict to produce the extra 10 health. And once we've unlocked carbon scrubbing on recycling, we'll be able to stop polluting the air as much. We need to obviously sort out this burning of waste as well. Which I'm going to concentrate on the settlement thing next episode. So getting the water treatment so that water gets recycled back into the settlement instead of it just being solely consumed, because I'm currently using the whacked out water saver with 3 unity, which could be just used on other things like if I got the extra water, I could increase the farm yields, research bonuses. But yeah, we need to look into making medical stuff to help with the health of the Populance. So, what is it? Clinic. And that requires medical supplies. Medical supplies. So that gives 15 health. Okay, yeah. So currently there's a flu at the moment going on. So producing medical. We'll need 12 of those. And 12 of these. Disinfectant. Not too sure on how to make the disinfectant, but I'll need 2 of these to make into 1. And then to get disinfectant, we'll need a chemical plant. Which makes 12. Which just makes into 1 of those. So if we pop that there. We need plastic and we need ethanol. Ethanol can be currently only produced from corn mush, and corn mush is made from the corn, which we've only got 2 fields of at the moment. So we need fermentation tank to make the ethanol, and it produces carbon dioxide, which we don't have a scrubbing means just yet. But that will probably be all produced down here. I really need to... You can see I'm just slapping things on just to make the bits that I need. That is quite slow for the graphite. How are we doing for graphite over here? Quite enough for now. This requires 3 graphite. This produces 12. Nothing else is using it because only the arc furnaces use it. So eventually can make diamonds from it, and aluminium cells. Okay, that will be needed later on. So this should be sufficient to keep it going. I've also put these statues here, which I'm not going to build just yet because I want to make sure that I've got a definite good source of natural gas. At the moment, corn, and the excess corn is just being processed into natural gas and into animal feed. So this would be set up. So how do we get corn mush? It's from the mill. So the mill does that. So if we grab this, and then we can then turn any excess corn. Which one's corn again? I can't remember. Which one's corn? This one's corn. Just needs to go up by one. That'll come out like that. And then corn mush can come out into a tank. And then just piped in. Like so, and then we need some form of water, which we do have water, it's just more demand. What we can do is bring it over from here. No, it needs to come over. Let's get that all unpaused. Because wheat gains a lot more, I'm going to just pause that one and I'm going to pause you to get the machine gets a priority. Power Unity, get this all built for me please. So yeah, we need to improve our corn farms, which currently I think we're just these two. So yeah, we need the land to be covered in, well, it doesn't have to be covered in grass, but it's just going to look neater in grass. So once I've got this covered over, and then obviously also this mountain dug away, we'll just have the limestone left, which only comes up to here. So this will be all dug out just like we did with the iron. So farms will be starting to be placed over here, and then once this is cleared up and done, we can drop it down to match the same level and then build all the farms over here and then move everything over and just get it all travelled to our things. Eggs we've got nicely balanced out. They're a little bit excessive, and we do have a stockpile of meat. It's not being consumed as quickly as I thought, so there's 1.3, but we're maxed out on eggs. I've got the kind of the right balance now with all of this. It's not too bad. I can probably knock you down just a tad. Your excess eggs as well, knock you down as well to start producing some more meat out of you. Well, to be honest, it won't produce any extra meat, it would just kill those chickens that are already in there at the moment. I've only got a lot of people, so we can now get this built. Yeah, we need the science to build these, don't we? Typical. We kind of needed to build like a little bit of storage in between, maybe? Oh my god. Oh my. Also, I think we've got excess yellow as well, so we could dump just a chest. Small one will do. Which one's yellow? That's where yellow comes out. Just let that funnel out of the out of here. Where's my ship? It's all the way over there. We haven't got a lot left to be able to explore without upgrading. But I think we've got majority of the map now completely unlocked. I think 610, so you can't fight that. 610, you can't fight that. Might be able to fight that. He'll definitely be able to fight that. And that. And that as well. Okay, that's alright. He definitely won't be able to fight that. Nope. And nope. So yeah, we should be able to clear it up here. I don't know if this will go up any further. Let's see. What have you got on you? Loads of construction parts. I don't need any of these things being built at the moment. But yeah, there goes the factory growing every day. So this will continue to expand. I'll keep a small stockpile if so. It should stop. Yeah, stop going in there now. So turn you around. You're missing the science. I know you're missing the science. I'm going to turn you around. And let's pause you and just keep what's in there at the moment. So don't deliver, please. Let it all just be taken. And we'll just leave that box worth of to make a new science lab. Obviously I want to let this run for a bit so I know that my supplies are not going to dwindle. Put an alert on you if you get 50%. Electronics 2. Storage. No, that will alert me if I don't need to let that fill. So it's not coming from anywhere now. So yeah, now we've got to wait for the researchers. So yeah, by the next episode, hopefully I will got some extra researchers to play around with. But as I said before, I feel like I'm ready to deal with the settlement's internal things and probably get healthcare going. Mush is starting to be, corn mush is starting to be produced, which we can turn to ethanol up there and then just release the carbon dioxide into the atmosphere for now, or wait for the research to become available. We are starting to run low on copper because they're on their last. They're actually just mining the ground now. So we can Tell him to redig. Well, this is nearly completed, so we'll have access to this island over here, which has got some really deep deposits. So hopefully, when the bigger vehicles come available, we should be able to use them. And sort of coal there. We've got access to this lot ready. That iron's going to be a little while anyway, and we are ready to also mine out this gold as well. Yeah, I think overall it's doing good. We're doing fine. So yeah, so I'm going to let it obviously pass for a while. Keep an eye on the stats of everything to see how well it's doing. I just realised that I built this all here and I can only expand it up to 4. And we also will get eventually maintenance free, I'm guessing. Is there maintenance free or is it just got 2? Yeah, there's maintenance free. So we'll have to move things again. So all this will probably be shoved further down. That's probably the only solution I'm going to be able to give. But this will do for now. We don't need anything extra. We don't, maintenance 2 is in low demand, so we won't be needing anything anytime soon. But yeah, so we're going to leave it there. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next episode. Thank you and goodbye.